Move over, Swanson. I'm driving.
Wow!
Hey, Smails! My thing is bigger than your whole boat.
Welcome back to the Caddyshack Minute. This is the podcast where we drive the film Caddyshack all around the lake and create mayhem 1 minute at a time. I'm Tom Taylor, and I'm here with Mike DeMaria.
He won't. He won't.
And we're also here with Dan Lewis.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Is that what he says? He won't?
I don't know. I just assume he says he won't.
Because
He won't.
I have in my beginning and end little thing here that begins with I barely took notes this time. You'd be proud of me.
Yeah.
Judge Smails is yelling at Czervik's yacht to heave off. Is that what he says? Heave off. Is that some sort of nautical term?
I thought he was saying he won't. Like he won't come near me. He won't. He won't.
Yeah, maybe.
He won't. But then as soon as it peels away, he starts saying, "You come back here." After he goes by,
he just had him right there.
I don't think heave off is a thing.
I thought, I'm not married to that. Yeah, I can easily.
I thought it was he won't. Like he won't. He won't.
Yeah, no, that's that's kind of what I. Anyway, whatever he says, then the minute ends with Rodney's ship, the Seafood, dumping a bunch of people onto the drink.
Seafood.
Yeah.
Not
what did I say?
seafood.
Well, that's okay. You're not going to say his boat's seafood. Makes it sound like a dog or a horse or something.
Oh, that's what it is. That sounds funnier.
All right.
It doesn't matter.
I guess you know what? He's right
hairs.
because on the side of the Queen Mary, it doesn't say the Queen Mary. It just says Queen Mary.
The Titanic.
Queen Mary.
I'll side
Millennium Falcon.
with the big goon this time.
I feel like a princess. Thank you.
Just because Dan is in a foul mood.
Who isn't?
Pissy mood today.
I think we're all having pissy, shitty days.
It's a
Transit.
terrible day.
Transit, right?
And you guys make me do these on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
It's the worst day for me to do it, and I do it. I accommodate your schedules.
Oh.
I'm sick of it. Tired of it.
That is-
And every Tuesday is a nightmare for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
You don't
killer.
do no coke.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Friggin' hate it.
I'm
Accommodating our schedules.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
everything.
life-
I left work in plenty of time, but it's just this endless string of things. And I get that I chose to live in this. I chose to live in a city where things can go wrong, but it's just this absolutely, completely useless transit system. It's just the delays and the stupid nonsense, and everybody in Berkeley drives like they just took Dilaudid just a second ago. And it's just like that's a fucking nightmare every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't
You knew
get
what you were getting into when you bought your tickets. I say, let you crash.
I say, let them crash.
Airplane.
Yes.
Thank you.
Should be doing that movie. I love that movie. Oh, wait, I love Caddyshack, too, so it's okay.
All right, let's
It's a
get
good
going.
movie.
That's
I
right.
never even listen. I didn't even watch the minute.
I barely did.
You don't need to.
Tell me the
It's
bookends
boats.
again, and then tell me what happens in between.
I'll
the
read you
bookends.
my 3 notes, and this will tell you the entire
Give
minute.
me the notes. I have no notes for today.
All I have is Amelia Earhart,
Oh.
Hell's Angels, Man in the Boat, Overboard. That's this entire minute.
Man in the boat overboard.
Yeah.
That comes back up again.
Yeah, Man in the Boat
That's
Revisited.
not the entire minute, though.
Well, no, but I mean, those are the the bullet points.
There's a minute that just
So this
always.
is the one where
There's
Go ahead, Mike, sorry.
There's a thing that always kills me in this scene, is when they.
I know what it is.
What?
Can I guess?
Yes.
This
It's
is
the
fun.
drum set falling
Yes.
in the water.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Yes.
nightmarish.
It's when the band like buoy goes over. That's a nice vintage. Looks like almost like a Ludwig, like
Wow.
like
It's a little
ship.
trap set.
It's a little trap set, but it's got the orange sparkle, like an old Ludwig
yeah.
or yeah, and it's
Yeah,
going
I
right
like
in the
the
water.
old
It's
Ludwig.
going
And
right
let
in
me
the
tell you
drink.
something right now. As long as we're on the subject, I
You
mean,
nailed it.
this is the scene. So everybody you probably know already. This is where the seafood runs into the patio thing that the band
Yeah.
is on. It tips over, and all the stuff, including the people, fall in the water. The people, who cares about them?
Right,
But
they're expendable.
there's not only a nice drum set that Mike is admiring. There's also appears to be a guitar and an entire upright piano. A
You're
piano.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's not even like an electric piano. It's a piano.
How,
You're right.
Piano.
How the hell
That's
did they get that
hysterical.
on that buoy?
That was a bad idea.
I think it was built there, right on there. Yeah, they
No.
had piano builders come in and they built it.
It was helicoptered in.
Yeah. Just
Same
for
with the
this
drum
party
sets.
that's now
They
ruined.
stretched the skins, everything.
Yeah.
I wonder if like anybody was on the set, like, oh please, wait, just let me get you these shitty drums. Just no one will care. Just please don't. Those drums are awesome.
Yeah.
Don't do
Mike,
it.
I know you're an expert, but we also have one listener, Will, who is a drum expert, vintage drum owner. Maybe he could tell us exactly what set that is. I know it's not easy to tell, but
Oh, maybe
yeah.
Will.
putting out an APB to the listener's hole.
There's at least 2 pairs of peach pants and 1 peach-colored blazer that go into the water as well. And that's a
Right.
tragedy in its own right.
I guess we should be at least be thankful that this is in Nebraska, so this is fresh water, lake water. It's not
Yeah.
the salt water of the Atlantic Ocean.
Right. This is the Lincoln Reservoir.
Right. So
That's a big
there's chance it'll be okay.
boat. That's a big boat to be on any sort of like lake, except
It is
for
weird, isn't it?
except for Lake Michigan or Salt Lake. I
Mm-hmm.
mean this looks like some sort of a lagoon to a bigger body
Yeah.
of water, does it not?
Almost as
It
if it were
does.
near the coast of the country.
And not a
Yeah, it might
lagoon, but
be.
like a yeah.
It's almost as if it's on a gulf that's near a big ocean.
Right.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or an adjoining country. Yeah.
Oh, and when he buzzes the sloop,
Yeah.
what's his name goes
Spalding?
Spalding goes below.
He dives down. I noticed that.
He
That's
dives
funny.
down into the cabin of the sloop.
Oh,
I
he
kind of
does.
wish I was on that waving platform
Yeah.
next to the sloop as it's going up and down on the waves. It looks like fun.
And it looks like the guy who's up there who's wearing the same clothes that Danny had on. Dan, you could see this. He was wearing like umpire shoes.
Oh yeah.
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 He's got
The
like
umpire
some,
shoes.
He's got some
The flap
umpire
over
shoes
the top.
on. Yeah. Yeah.
Rodney's going through his joke Rolodex in the scene too.
That's
This is, I
one-liners.
gotta tell you, the Amelia Earhart joke is not my favorite. I don't
It's
like
not
that
a good joke.
Not a good
No.
joke. It doesn't
But
even
it's
really make
funny.
any sense.
It doesn't make any
But-
sense.
But then he follows it up with the classic Hell's Angels.
But is that classic? I can't.
I love it
don't know.
because it's a bunch of jet skis. He goes, what is this, Hell's Angels?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
And
that
it-
joke is just fine.
And then when they
Okay.
go flying, when they go flying off the jet skis, you see they're like a bunch of little kids. It's just funny.
Take
What is
that,
this, Hell's
you
Angels?
punks.
Yeah.
They have these
got those
weird
razor boats?
matching Mastercraft speedboats. Like I don't
Yeah.
know why. It's like Daft Punk is out riding their boats, and
Like, yeah,
and
we-
these guys in helmets.
We know it's 1980. Relax. You don't have to shove it down our throats.
Right.
Oh my god.
And then the guy, they of course, well, there's lots of things happen here, but one thing that happens is they destroy a fishing boat,
Yeah.
a little rowboat no, it's not a rowboat, it's an off motor, it's got a motor on it, but he has to, the guy has to jump out of the way at the last second, and he's got these buggy eyes, his eyes stick
Yeah.
out, they're like almost segmented eyes. Like, it's really weird.
It's like
It's like
Marty
they chose him
Feldman.
for the role. Need a guy
Oh,
with-
exactly.
with eyes that will really stick out. But it's
Yeah.
incredible.
It'll
They're
save us
cartoonish.
thousands of dollars that we won't have to put in some sort of special effect eyeballs that we were gonna do. We'll just
But
hire
the
this
guy just is just about to open up a beer, just about to relax.
He's having a great time.
And this is like a whole scene of how the man, the big man, just steamrolls the working man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In his big industrialized
poetic.
capitalistic a machine, the guy just wants to open a beer after working all week, and it just gets
Right.
swallowed up
Wants
by
to
the big.
catch a fish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wants to catch a
Nebraska
fish.
trout.
Yeah,
He's got a
And just
boat.
gets
He's got his own
steamrolled.
boat that he paid for with the sweat of his
And then
back.
there's another level to it, sort of suggesting the next level billionaire over the millionaire. The person in the plane who almost destroys the guy with the boat. Because
Sure, yeah.
when you look at it, as rowdy as Al Czervik is being right here, the person in the plane is really flying irresponsibly low, I have to say.
Yeah,
This is
over
not-
a
This is
populated.
not Al's fault.
No. Amelia Earhart should know better.
Yeah, she should. Being the famous aviatrix that she is. I feel like we've gotten rid of that. We
Aviatrix.
don't do any of the IX thing at the end of the
No, or even just ESS.
You do it with dominatrix still.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Is there a male version of dominatrix? Is it just Dominator? Dominator?
Dominator.
The
I'm the one in the
Eradicator.
Eradicator.
Is there an
These days are no good
Eradicatrix?
for the Eradicator.
Eradicator.
Perhaps
Yeah,
the Eradicatrix
Eradicatrix.
can fill in for me.
Eradicator. It is your right.
The same goes for the EUSC at the end of like when you got masseuse.
Oh,
You
yeah.
don't, you have like entrepreneur, but you don't have an entrepreneurs.
Masasa
That's true.
Right,
Rhino-
amateurs.
Yeah, you have rhinoceros, but you don't have
Rhinoceros.
rhinoceroses.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know,
point.
and it's probably a good thing that we've gotten rid of the gender-specific words there. But I have to say I do like the way that the word aviatrix sounds. It's a cool sounding word.
It does sound good. It sounds like a character in a cool like anime movie or something.
Right.
that
And if
you
like
don't
I had a son that
understand.
said I want to be an aviatrix when I grow up, like Amelia Earhart, I would say I wouldn't discourage him. And
No.
I would discourage him from getting lost and never being found again. But I would
Oh, yeah.
discourage him from everything.
just
wouldn't discourage him from
emulator
everything else.
up to a point.
Yeah, right up until
Yeah.
that point, actually.
Yeah. Exactly.
Better go slow. Fell out of a tree
It
and
is satisfying
died.
when the it's satisfying when that boat gets run over though and cleaved in two. That's kind of
I don't like it.
it looks dangerous though too. Like the
Yeah.
guy's right there swimming away from it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
I
does
don't like
This
look
it.
boat
really
speeds
dangerous.
through it. Yeah.
And how many takes do you think? How many boats they had to go through?
They probably had there's probably like balsa wood, and they had like 20 of them made, and they were just
Yeah.
sitting there
Yeah.
waiting for the next
Like if
shot.
Kubrick shot this movie, they would have gone through like 1,000 boats to try to get it right.
Yeah, it would have
Yeah.
been there for weeks. And you can see people will yell at us if we don't mention that shot. Like the guy's eyes bug out, and you see the boat coming at him, and it's clearly backwards. Like the boat is. I don't get why it's backwards. Actually, now that I think
It's
about
not
it,
backwards. I don't think.
it is. If you look at the boat is the water is like cascading away from or towards the front of the.
Wait,
I gotta get to it.
Yeah, I
you
don't
saying
know
the
what you're
shot
talking
is
about.
backwards?
No, yeah, I'm saying it's like reverse. It's running backwards.
I really don't
Yeah,
know
look
what
at
you're
that.
talking about right now.
Yeah.
Look at right after the guy's eyes bug out. They cut to the boat, and it's coming at the camera, but the water is rushing towards the center of the front of the boat. Like it's not going away from the boat. It's strange.
Oh, I see.
I don't get it.
It's a backwards. The eyes bugging out shot is backwards. You're saying
No. The boat is backwards.
This is
the
really
boat
slowing
is
things
physically
down.
backwards. You're saying?
We're gonna trim this down to a nice, tidy conversation.
I really don't know what you're saying right now.
Look at the water. The guy's eyes bug out, and he for the first time, and he sees the boat coming at him.
Yeah.
The boat is coming at him, but the water is going backwards. It should be rushing away from the front of the boat, and it is instead.
Oh yeah.
See,
Boy, why would they do that? Not.
now I got to do an animated GIF to
It might
share
not
with
be
the
going
people.
backwards. It might be some effect that occurs with boats, or
Really?
I don't really don't.
All right.
I don't.
It's
okay.
real weird. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what? I bet there's that zoom on that shot. Maybe they zoomed
Oh
away
yeah.
from it, and then decided later they wanted to be zooming into it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because
so-
they're zooming. It's okay that the boat is not going forward because the zoom offsets that effect.
Yeah.
They wanted it. They wanted the zoom to go the other way, so they said, "Well, just reverse the shot. It'll
Yeah.
be fine because no one will notice."
No one will watch this 1 minute at a time. We'll be fine.
Unbelievable. I mean,
See?
they really thought no one would ever notice that, and no one did until just now.
See? See?
This is great.
I'm a
Exciting
pro.
stuff. Exciting stuff.
Mike had a ball just now. Feeling good?
You made a good point.
Thank you. Score one for Tom Taylor.
Yeah.
Finally. Hey, I just took out, I mentioned this weeks and months and weeks ago that I got a Caddyshack trivia game for Christmas.
Oh,
And
finally busting
so-
it out.
For some reason, I finally remembered to bust it out. I just picked out a random card. I'll describe it to you. It's a box of cards like you would find in Trivial Pursuit or something. It comes with a single golf-style pencil
Oh.
You know, that kind of small pencil with no eraser.
Or bowling.
Yeah.
Or bowling, sure, yeah, you're right. And then you keep score on these very miniature golf-looking score sheet things.
Right.
And I guess the questions are different pars or something. I don't know.
Do you have to
I'm
get
not paying
Lou to
attention.
sign your card after you're done?
Yeah. Yeah. He's in the center of the board, Lou, and you get your card signed. But I'm going to ask a random question from this game.
All right, let's do
Oh,
it.
I like this first one. That was a good one. Who is taller, Tony or Motormouth?
Motormouth.
I have to say motor mouth.
Yeah, it is Motormouth.
What the hell's it?
Well,
Well,
that's a
next
pretty
question.
deep question, though. I mean, not a lot of people are going to know that.
That makes me wonder, like, what the other questions are going to be.
Keep going.
That's okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do
Who
like.
uses?
Should we do one every week, or what should we do?
Sure, we could do like a card every week or something.
All right, go ahead and do another
Okay.
one.
This is easy. We're all going to get this.
Well,
I don't
do
like
that.
when people
Don't
do
do
that
that.
trivia
Yeah.
games.
Oh, all right.
I
I'm
fucking
sorry.
hate that.
Jeez.
They go, oh, this is easy before they
Oh,
ask you.
why do I even
That way
read
you have
this
to feel
one?
like a giant dolt when you get it wrong.
You're not going to get it wrong. You're
Just
doing
ask
a,
the question.
a podcast about Caddyshack. You're fine.
Just go.
What Star Trek nerdy thing did the blah blah blah? Go ahead.
Excuse me, it was the impulse engines. Who uses the word snobatorium? And do you want me to read the multiple choice questions?
No.
Probably not. Or
You
answers?
do not need to
Okay.
read them. The answer should be A, Al Czervik, and not B, anyone else in
Right.
the world.
Yeah,
I
correct.
should see, yeah, but
Snobatorium.
yes. Snobatorium. This
How many
place
questions
sucks.
per card?
4. We're halfway done. Continuity error. We know this. We noted this. Who suddenly... I did it again. I'm sorry.
That's
Who
impossible.
Suddenly,
This film has no continuity error.
Let's go.
right. This is
While we're
lockdown.
young.
Who suddenly disappears from the golf store after Al goes shopping?
And it's Spalding.
Spalding?
Yeah. Yeah. We noticed that. We're good
The
at this.
shapeshifter.
Next.
Besides a torn umbrella, what other damage is visible from Judge Smails' tossed golf club?
That's the broken table, I think. Right?
Yes. Broken
Well, I mean,
glass.
the woman
Glass,
is
yeah.
damaged.
She's
obviously.
damaged, yeah. But we don't know the extent of her injuries yet.
Mm-hmm.
But there you go. We won something. I don't know what. But we should all be proud of ourselves.
Yeah,
Next.
thank
You're welcome.
I don't know that there's anyone in the world, including people who worked on the movie, who are as well equipped to answer those questions as we are at this point.
Yes.
It's almost like the game was made for us. Yeah.
Yeah. It has to be a tough question one of these days. All right, and we'll do another card next week, maybe.
Sure.
All
We'll
right.
do it live.
It's always fun. We'll do it live.
Yeah.
There are words on it. I watched that thing 100 times the other day. It was so much fun.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen that.
That Bill O'Reilly clip. Yeah, I hadn't seen it in
Yeah.
a while. I was really glad you posted it because it was
And we
funny.
posted, yeah. Like dozens of people are like, "Oh, I say this every day." Like I quote this in almost every facet of my life.
Yeah, right. Oh, it's so good. Such a maniac.
There's no words on it.
And I was just saying,
Fucking
like,
thing sucks.
One thing I was, and at the I don't want to be gauche and quote myself here, but I was saying in the listener's hole, this is the worst thing we have O'Reilly doing on tape.
Yeah.
Like you can
right.
only imagine the number of freakouts and crazy nonsense this guy's been engaged. He should probably be in jail, just
Right.
on just probability wise. He should
Probably
be
get
in
elected
jail.
president. Oh, sorry.
He's like an American Psycho type character. I wonder how many hobos he's passed in the night and just decided to. He's such a
Well,
vile.
we'll just think about
Yeah.
that clip. That clip alone. If you walk into a workplace and somebody acted like that at their job,
Yeah.
like just started screaming and standing up and throwing things and just swearing, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they got stories.
Behind closed doors, what kind of conversations are occurring?
Yeah.
Right.
He just
and
lets off some steam at work. I'm sure everything else is fine.
Yeah, he's probably a nice guy when he's not under the hot lights, you know.
Yeah, it was my fault. I shouldn't have gotten him angry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't
It's your
understand.
fault.
He loves me. That went dark.
A lot of
But
times
what-
when someone seems like a jerk, it's sort of like this thing where, if you get them in the right situation, you realize that it's more complicated than that. That they're nice, but like There's really no chance that Bill O'Reilly is a decent person. There's basically zero
Right.
chance of it.
No. Yeah. He's you can see it in his eyes.
All right, I just wanted to add that.
Yeah. We're with you.
Go ahead, Mike. You were saying.
I don't. What? I was trying to.
That's what you had to say?
What?
I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
It's late. We're tired, everybody. We're tired.
tired.
Tired. I'm
Pissed.
feeling fine.
I said you're tired.
Yeah, Dan
Want to
kind
hear
of put us in
something else
a.
too?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
I can't.
you put it. Here we go. Here we
Here
go
it is
with the
again.
walker. My God, go ahead. Just go.
Amateur podcasting. Mike, go.
No, you go.
No, Michael.
I won't go. No, I will not
No.
go.
Well, I'm not going to go. If you're not going to go.
You said.
I
You
gotta
said.
come up with a story
You know
or
what?
something.
You're in a mood today,
Shut up,
so I
Tom.
think you should.
Stay out of this.
So I think you need to go ahead and vent. Go ahead. We're here to listen.
I forgot what it was. Oh, no, I remember now. It was, yeah, I'm having a dinner prepared for me right now, but I
Oh my
can't
God.
eat it on account of someone's friggin' misophonia or whatever the frig it is.
Oh,
I
that's
You shouldn't
can't
be
eat
eating
it, so
it.
I have to wait to eat it. So all I smell is like roasting chicken thighs and like za'atar or whatever it is, and I cannot eat it. I have to
Well,
sit
guess
here
what?
like a
Guess
jerk.
what? None of us eat. We're not eating. Nobody's eating. This is not the time to eat. This is a podcast show.
You've eaten more than anybody else during the podcast.
I had a
Nom,
candy
nom,
bar.
nom,
Well,
nom,
that was an experiment.
Yeah, well, you also had some Tums.
That was
Kill
science.
for the Tums right now, but I can't do it.
big,
Can't do
juicy, chalky Tums.
You could do
Even
it, but just
quietly
excuse
sucking on a
yourself.
Tums right now would destroy you.
No, you're damn right it would, and rightfully so. You know what? I'm very open about what drives me nuts, and that drives me nuts.
You know what's funny
Yeah.
is that there was a White Sox broadcaster. I think it was Ed Farmer, who.
Oh, a
what's the
little
other
piece
guy,
of-
Mike?
No, it was Ed Farmer and
The other guy, Darren Jackson.
yeah.
But it was Ed Farmer that you didn't like, and Mike would always say that he hated Ed. I hated Ed Farmer for lots of reasons, and I still don't like Ed Farmer.
Well, he had
But-
a very condescending, but he sounded like he would have a little hard candy in his mouth.
Yeah.
No.
He would always be like, oh yeah, it's 3 and 2.
my
and,
God.
And Mike always said he sounded like he had hard candy in his mouth, and I could see what he meant. Like the power of suggestion. I heard him that way after that point, but I realized that this was bothering Mike on another level.
Yeah.
You know, when
Yeah.
it goes back to high school, I remember it was in a health class, and the teacher was up there, and he had a hard candy in his mouth, and we were talking about drinking, and he goes, "Oh, don't get me wrong, it's nice to have a beer. You know, I always like to have a little beer when I'm." And he's sucking on a hard candy, and he goes, "I like to have a beer with my chips and salsa," and he couldn't say salsa because he had this fucking hard candy in his mouth.
So
And he goes, salsa. And he's sucking on his candy. And I'm like, you know what, dude? Be professional now. This is your job. You know, you just say chips and salsa. You know, take it out of your
Yeah.
mouth. Don't have a hard candy. I can hear it clicking against his teeth.
I'm trying to
Right.
learn.
And then they say it, and then they go to the film. You know, this is back in the day where they had the film strips, you know. Remember the film strips?
Sure.
Yeah.
And they would show like various
Next one,
diseases
please.
on film strips.
Yeah.
I went to the very end. Well, I know you're trying to middle some. I'll just add. I went to the very end of film school where you were still cutting the film strip and
Oh.
then scraping off the celluloid and putting the glue on it and then gluing it together with that little machine.
Me too.
Yeah, the little
I did that
stamping
too.
machine.
You did that
right?
too? Yeah.
It was fun.
Okay. But anyway, go ahead, Mike. Sorry.
It was like a stamping machine. It was like clunk, clunk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a cool
yeah,
little machine.
yeah.
I'd like to
Yeah.
have one actually.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for just completely slowing down my story.
I did. That's a bad timing. There's no reason to add that stupid kind of detail. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another thing, Vonnegut.
It's all ruined.
That's all ruined.
We're hungry.
Sorry,
We're
Mike.
tired.
But that's all right.
salty.
That's all right.
Yes.
That's all right.
You know
I
what?
gotta-
No one should have to pay for this podcast.
Well, it's free.
Yeah, we're sorry. This one's free,
Oh,
everybody.
it's free. That's right. You know
Yeah.
what? Let's do this one free for everyone.
Sure.
If they want it.
Bonus. We'll promote it.
I just wouldn't feel right charging them. And I'll talk to the sponsors. I'll talk to them after this and I'll explain.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah.
We know how to
Tide.
talk to them.
You'll say, you know what? Just give them this one for free. They'll come back. They'll come
Yeah.
back and they'll pay.
It works for heroin.
Yep. First one's free. That's how they get you.
All right, you want them to pay? Do you want the listeners to want to dip in their pockets and pull out $5?
Of course.
Is that what you want?
I'm drowning here.
Because if you want, I got a story for you. Is that what you want?
Hey, Mike's got a story.
Gather
You got a story?
around, for I have news.
And I'm going to stay
I
out of it with the details.
Yeah, because you know what? I can't have that what just happened here. I can't have that again.
So far, so good.
So
Sorry,
let's
Mike.
get that on the line. You want the listeners to pay? You want them to subscription-based podcast?
Just do the
I'll give it
story
to 'em.
already.
All right. Well, I was triggered this story today because I was looking through, the newspaper and I came across the World Baseball Classic's going on right now, right, Dan? Right? You know what? Fuck off, man. It's going to be you just fuck off. I'm telling you, the goddamn thing's going on right
Classic,
now.
not for you. That was for the World Baseball
Yeah,
Classic.
it's a
not for
ridiculous thing. It's a ridiculous thing.
you. I hate it. Yeah,
But they
there's
had a
nothing
picture of
meaningless.
they had a little side story of the Israeli baseball team, okay? Mm-hmm. And they have their hats off for the national anthem, and they got the yarmulkes on, and it was like that scene in Brain Candy when they immediately the drug zaps them to their happiest moment,
Yeah.
or their scariest moment or whatever. Mm-hmm. It was like I saw the yarmulke and I immediately went back to it was 1980 something, and I know that because I'd just gone to my first concert, and it was the Jay Giles band at Pine Knob with the motels opening up. All right.
Oh my God!
And I went with my friend Seth. He was wasn't a close friend. He was like an acquaintance. Seth's mom was one of my mom's clients. So she goes, "You're going to go to Jay Giles band with this kid." So I go to the Jay Giles band. I said, "Okay, it's a great show."
Mom.
They're playing Freeze Frame. They're playing Centerfold. I'm having a great time. First rock and roll concert by myself.
Was
a
the drum
t-shirt.
made out of milk?
No, but in the video, I get it, Tom. I get you're derailing.
Okay, all right.
Back off, man. Back off.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Stand
It
behind.
had to be said.
Stay behind the blue line. All right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So I get myself
hands
a
are folded.
T-shirt. I get the program, like the program and I take it home all excited. And my mom meets me at the door and she goes, "What's this?" She grabs the program. I go, "That's the program, Ma. Jay Giles band."
Mm-hmm.
She opens it up and the harmonica player's name was Magic Dick.
That's right.
Right,
Yeah.
big afro. He was like a white guy with a big afro and a big beard.
Yeah.
Looked like Donald Duck Dunn. She goes, "Magic Dick." She goes, "What is this?" I go, "It's the Jay Giles band, Ma. I just told you that." Am I repeating myself? She goes, "This is filth," and she tears it up. It was like a rock and roll moment. She tears it up and throws it on the kitchen floor.
Yeah.
And I run upstairs, slam the door, and I could still hear Freeze Frame playing in my head,
Aw.
da 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 da. I'm all mad, Screw off. I go to sleep. I got soccer the next day. I go to soccer. My mom feels terrible. She goes, "I feel bad. Let's go buy the album." I said, "I'll go buy the album." So I go get it and I walk it up and she grabs it. She goes, "What's it?" It was Piss on the Wall was the album. She goes, "This is filth."
Yeah.
And she didn't buy me the album. Long story short,
She bought
okay.
it and then broke it.
The next week I got that shirt on. She goes, "You're going over Seth's house today because I got to work." It was in the summer. I go, "Okay." So we go over to Seth's. Seth's mom comes picks me up. And we're in the car, me, Seth, and his mom. She goes, we're not going to go home right away. We have to go to Seth's got to go to Hebrew school." And she goes, "You have to go with him because I got to go do something." I said, "Okay." And we're driving, and he goes, "It'll be fine because we're going to go bowling after." I said, "Okay, we're going to go bowling after. Fine." I got my Jay Giles band T-shirt on. The world's fucking perfect, right? So as we're driving, then she goes, "Oh, and you can't tell him you're not. You have to tell him you're Jewish." I go, "What?" She goes, "Just tell him you're Jewish." And I go, "Okay." And she goes, "And your name?" And she told me your name's John, and you're Seth's cousin from California. I go, "What?" She goes, "You're Seth's cousin from California. You're John, and you're Jewish." And I remember this clear as day. She goes, "Trust me, it'll just be easier for everybody." And I said, "Well, I'm 10 years old. I'm gonna have to lie to a rabbi about my religion, my name, and where I'm from. I'll tell you, it's not going to be easy for. It's not going to be easy for me." So I show up at like Temple Bethel, wherever this place was, and Seth just immediately peels off from me. He wants nothing to do with me after his mom introduces me to the rabbi. So he pulls me over here. We're sitting in desks like a school. So I'm sitting there, and he gives me like a book. He gives me like the prayer book or whatever they're reading. I go, "I can't read this. It's in Hebrew." I go, "I don't know what this is." He goes, "You don't know Hebrew?" I go, "No." He goes, "You're telling me you don't know Hebrew?" I said, "I don't know Hebrew." He goes, and so he sits, and I remember he let out this big, and he sat next to me, and he's moving his finger as they're reading the other way, obviously, because you read the other way.
Mm-hmm.
And he's really aggravated because I don't know Hebrew. And I'm looking around, and I got a yarmulke on my head. It is, and I got a yarmulke on my head. And I'm looking around, and there's all boys there, and they're all looking at me, and they don't like me. They don't like this person that's in here today. And I'm thinking to myself, how the fuck did I get in here? You know, 45 minutes ago, I was in my room. No one was bothering me. I hate leaving my room. I like sitting in my room. Now I'm in a goddamn Jewish temple with a yarmulke on my head. My name is John. I'm from California, and I'm Jewish. Mm-hmm. So I'm sitting there. It ends. We go out in the hall, you know, for like a break. And it was like just like this. I got surrounded. Two kids grabbed me and held my arms down, with the other one just started working on my stomach. Just walloped me in the stomach and hit me in the face a few times, and I go down like a sack of potatoes. Right?
Oh,
Jesus.
Boy.
So I'm sitting there, and then I go back. The rabbi doesn't say anything to me. I got a cut on my lip, and I'm just sitting there. And again, back to the book. Back to the book. Seth didn't say anything. And before you know it, okay, Seth, it was over. Relationship was over. My Jag Isles band shirt on. I thought everything was going to be great that day, you know.
Yeah.
Freeze frame, centerfold, the whole 9 yards. So then I got to go with these maniacs, get in one of those little buses, those vans, and they take us to the bowling alley. I remember sitting there, and my teeth hurt. You know, my stomach was still hurting from people knuckling me up. And they had a big plate of those. Remember, I don't know if you remember these, Dan. In Detroit, they were called Fraggles. It was like the first inception of like the cinnamon sugar bagel. Mm-hmm. And their whole thing was like, it's a Fraggle. It's somewhere between a donut and a bagel. Ooh. And it was like a cinnamon. It was like a cinnamon sugar raisin bagel.
Where's the FR come from?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out.
I don't know. It was the 80s, man. Everybody was trying to do something. So yeah, I'm sitting there in pain. I'm trying to eat this nasty thing, and I'm just like, you know what? Fuck this, man. I just wanted to leave. I didn't want to leave my room. I left my room. I was told to lie. I was told to lie about my name, my religion,
oh my God,
and where I was born, and I got smacked around for it.
This is why you gave up Judaism. That was the moment.
Yeah. Where is your Judaism?
Where's your Judaism?
Oh my God, that's sick.
What show is that from?
I mean, did your mom like find out about any of this?
No, nobody. This is the whole point. And even to this day, I tell my mom, she's like, "Oh, you and your stories. You have such an overactive imagination."
God damn it!
Whatever. Oh, damaged. I'm damaged.
That's the worst feeling in the world when you're a kid. When I think of my childhood, my entire childhood, I had a nice childhood. I'm not complaining, but there's an overriding sense of me, like looking around, like, what the fuck just happened? What just happened? Like just a sense of like, I'm a kid. I kind of observed something, and like an adult was there. It's kind of like, oh, whatever. I'm like, no, that kid just like kicked me in the balls or something. Why isn't anybody doing it? What's going on? And like just like authority figures totally flaking out. And I'm like, I'm 5 and I know what's going on. What hope is there for the universe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like a parent just told me it's easier this way. Just say these things. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
This goes against everything you've told me, Mom.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do?
Yeah. Why do you got to go work? You should be here watching me.
Right.
Oh.
Come on.
Well, let's just take it back for a second there. I was kidding about the whole, and anything came across anti-Semitic. It's all for the joke. I got no problem with anything, right? It made
You've
the story.
established yourself.
Right. It made the story better.
Right.
Yeah.
But I wasn't.
Yeah. But I do think we've come a long way where now you just told a story about how you were lying to say that you are Jewish.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is we come a long way there.
Yeah. But at the same time, I can't change the fact that I was beaten up in a synagogue by a bunch of Jewish kids.
Yeah,
that'll put you right off anything.
Leviticus right before that because
no,
that one's real rough.
Yeah, Leviticus or Maccabees were they?
Yeah,
with all the torture.
That was when it was real tough. There was definitely a different stereotype back then that we got now.
Yeah.
But I just woke up. I said, I'm gonna put this T-shirt on. I'm gonna feel sharp. I'm gonna feel good, and I'm gonna feel rock and roll. Got worked over.
You never know. You don't know how a day's gonna go.
No.
Jag Isles or not.
Jag Isles. I remember piss on the wall. I remember that
Bow,
album.
Yeah.
bow, bow, piss on the wall. Bow, 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 piss on the wall. Bow, bow,
These songs
bow,
are really,
piss on
they
the
were,
wall.
I think, kind of the exception to the rule with Jay Giles, who is really a blues band.
Yeah,
weren't
they were
they?
like a poor man's Rolling Stones in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
But they had the blues harp, the blues harmonica. But they had a
Mm-hmm.
couple. Yeah, most of their stuff was really like just blues, like 12-bar blues. But
Yeah.
then they had a couple like they had those rock and roll hits, like Freeze Frame and Centerfold.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
break
were they
through
like
with
one of
those
those?
songs.
Right, and then they kind of have to be that band, even though they're not that band or something.
Yeah,
like that's what people are buying.
At the shows, all they want to do is jam some blues, and you got a bunch of boneheads going, Centerfold, play Centerfold,
We know.
or Freeze Frame.
By the way, that would have been me.
Well,
I love
yeah,
that song.
Me too. I don't want to sit and listen to a bunch of
12-bar blues.
white dudes play blues. I just don't care about that.
Yeah, you go
Spinal
to
Tap
yeah,
Mach
you hit
2.
that. Yeah, you hit that turnaround. Da 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 da. And you say, "I'll see you in 15 bars."
Yeah, right, exactly.
I'm gonna go get a Fraggle.
Yeah,
I could play the blues for myself. Thank you very much. But one thing I can't go is do it.
Can't hit a drum made out of milk. My mom won't let me.
yeah.
Okay.
That video is from the days of you didn't know what exactly was happening, but you knew exactly what was happening in that song, and you go and lay in your bed and think about it until
Yeah.
it was time to not think about
Videos
Yeah,
were really
it was-
weird back then.
It was a dirty song.
it. Yeah,
It still is. It's because they still play it in the classic rock station, and it's on a lot of times. And when my kids are in the car, I always, take your car. Yes, we will take your car and drive it. Take it to
Yeah,
the
take it
hotel
to a
room,
motel room.
and take them off in private.
take them off in private.
Yeah, I'm like, and I always
That's
like
where
just
the
turn.
car metaphor breaks down, really.
Yeah,
When you take it to the motel room and
Yeah.
then take it off.
You drive the car right into the motel room.
Yeah, we're no
Like it's
longer
driving through the
using
wall?
the car metaphor to talk about sex.
well, he's
anymore.
talking.
We're just talking about
well,
sex.
no, he's talking about in the magazine. I see you without your clothes on.
Yeah,
But then one day we'll take the car. Yes, we will take the car and drive it, take it to a motel room, and take them off in private.
yeah. The car's not
Oh.
a metaphor there. It's
No.
I
it's
thought
a
it was.
conveyance. It's
Yeah,
a,
I was just assuming
it's
it
a
was,
literal
but
car.
now that you say that, yeah, of course, you're right. It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
a metaphor.
Just a way to get to the motel so they can take them off in private.
Right, take it. It's really a pretty
fuzzy
straightforward
sweaters.
song.
Yeah,
Say what you mean.
It's very little subtext.
Yeah, right.
It's all kind of right there for you.
Say what
Soft,
you mean.
fuzzy sweaters, too magical to touch.
Magical to touch.
See you in that negligee
Seeing that
was really
negligee
just
is
too
really
much.
Just too much.
So the idea is that he was in school, like high
Yes.
school, and there was this girl who he had a huge crush on, and then years later, probably not that much later, but college or something, he sees
No,
her
I think
in
I
a-
think I think it's at the same time.
Oh, really? Wait a minute.
I think it's while she's in school. We'll have to look at the. We'll have to
I
look
got
at the
it. I'm
lyrics.
trying. I'm running through the lyrics in my head.
right.
I'm not turning to the internet, everyone. I'm doing it in my head.
My blood
That's
runs
just-
cold.
He's figuring out
Yeah.
that his teacher is in the centerfold, right?
No,
no,
that
it's not
a
his
student.
teacher. It's a classmate.
Just a student?
Yeah,
Yeah,
one of his
not
class-
just a student.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll look it up. God damn it.
What's the thing about my homeroom angel always pulled me from my seat? What's
I'm assuming he
that
got a
sounded like the
boner and
teacher.
was propelled out of his seat. I don't
Stop
know.
it.
Oh, I was gonna say, go see
Sorry.
the principal.
She was pure like snowflake, memory of my angel. Years go by. That's it. Years
Oh,
go
you're
by.
right.
I'm looking
Yeah,
through a
that's
girly
right.
magazine.
Oh, years go
Yeah,
by.
you're right.
And there's
You're
my
right.
homeroom angel on the pages in between.
Oh,
Yeah. Well played.
It's a good
That's
song.
rough.
Well played, good sir.
Thank you.
yeah. Oh boy, I'm
But
wrong
still.
about everything here tonight. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
There was a rumor about some girl from my high school class. Or not, we're in high school at the same time. I think she's like a year or two behind me. But a rumor that she ended up in pornography.
Oh.
Right. Well, in that
And,
sense, she's a year or two ahead of you.
That's right. She's done something with her
It's only a
life.
matter
Look
of
at me.
time for you, Tom. Nerd
I just got to
porn.
keep dreaming.
Years go by. I wonder how many years. Jeez. Let's hope
Yeah.
it's legit.
What magazine is it?
Yeah.
Crying out loud.
All right, we'll link to that video in the listeners hole.
Yeah.
You
right.
betcha.
You betcha we will.
Mhm.
Well, all right.
But this is a great
This was an
minute, though.
exciting
This is
minute of,
Caddyshack.
Caddyshack.
Now, what do you think the music that's playing during this scene? What is it? It's very symphonic. It's got the French horns blaring.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like those Hooked on Classics records.
Yeah, right.
You remember those?
Yeah,
It was like
My
this
parents had
version
those.
of so did mine. And we listened to them in the car. It was like kind of, it wasn't disco, but it was like I don't know, kind of elevator music, kind of jazzed up poppy versions of classic songs. Or something.
Yeah, it's not
kinda what
disco.
this
It's
sounds
like an insult to Fifth of Beethoven to say that
Right,
this is
yeah.
anything like it. But
Yeah.
who did that? There was Hooked on Bach, and then Hooked on Beethoven, and there was Hooked on Classics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember all that. I don't know who did it though.
And it was like all like almost one track, wasn't it? It was just like a medley of like it would go in and out of all these different songs.
Yeah, it's awful. I
Like the
hope
same
they're all
beat.
like in the international tribunal right now for crimes against music. These guys and like George Zamfir and people like that are there. They're in The
Flute.
Hague. Yeah.
And Boxcar Willie.
Not Boxcar Willie.
He goes, oh, that Boxcar Willie. He left us far too soon.
Oh man. Well, all right.
Yeah. What else? So there's more though, isn't there? Was that free?
Is there more? I don't
Yeah.
even know.
There was those
Nothing
times
more.
where but those infomercials with all the
Oh.
the
Oh yeah.
the music. It was like
But those
songs
would
for
be
lovers.
like collections of like
Yeah, it
but
was
they'd be like the
collections were
real
Yeah, the
original
real songs.
recordings
Yeah.
or whatever, yeah. And there'd be the scrolling list of titles.
Freedom
and then
Rock.
the one that was playing currently would be in yellow.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Turn it
Yeah.
up, man.
Turn it up, man.
Is that Freedom Rock, man? Yeah, well, turn it up, man.
Something tells me we're spinning our wheels now.
No, there's
Yeah,
no
come
wheel
on now.
spinning.
Yeah, we're just reminiscing now.
Remember that sandwich we had that one time?
Oh, it's
Oh,
good sandwich.
That was a really good sandwich.
Hero.
Left us too
It
soon.
was a hero sandwich.
It was a hero, a true hero.
Well, listen.
It died a hero.
Hey, listen.
All right.
It did die a hero.
Let's
and,
go now.
So is 58. 58's dying a hero.
Yeah.
Its time is spent.
It was a great minute. We're in the meat of it right now. We're in seafood, driving around, knocking into shit.
Yeah, yeah. Smails is like if Smails hadn't been like he gets like clearly his ship gets ruined like in the probably I think the next minute, yeah. But not to skip ahead, I apologize. But like if he had not, would this have been saved? Would things have been okay if he had just been like knocked around like this?
Right.
Think there's like any damage to his boat yet? I mean, besides what his own wife has done by knocking the, is that the bow, that little stick that comes off the front? I should have ended the minute. God
Yeah.
damn it, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
you blew it.
It's
I
called
blew it.
It's called the mast. No, the bow.
The mizzen mast,
No,
the bow.
the bow is the front of the ship, regardless. That's just the
starboard. That's
just
what I
like
thought,
the,
yeah.
Oh, Jesus
That's
Christ!
the stick in the front there.
What's the stick
You know
called?
what? Dan was
So
having a
it's
bad day today, and he wanted to, he wanted to cancel today. Maybe we just should have. Is that what you're
No,
trying to
hey,
say,
no,
Tom?
We should have canceled. I asked right before. I was like, guys, let's just cancel. I don't know if I can do it. I'm too pissed off.
Yeah. No, I'm.
We
I
called you a pussy.
rambled on a story. I'm coming across as anti-Semitic.
Yeah,
Everything
you
is
told
going
a story
south
that
now.
was like, you told a story that was like as long as the Talmud, basically.
What's that?
The Pentateuch. The dude,
Where's your
no,
Judaism?
where's your Judaism?
I think it's going to be all right.
I don't know. Where's my Judaism? Judaism, where are you?
No one knows what we're talking
It's
about because
Larry
they cut
David.
most of this episode out.
Vodka.
Okay.
All right, we're done. That was 58. We hope you liked it. We hated it.
I'm not anti-Semitic.
But
You know
it'll be
that,
all
right?
right.
Everybody knows that.
No, Mike's good. Mike travels the earth, shaking hands with friend and neighbor of all stripes and
Mike brings
creeds.
people together.
He
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Even when
That's
they
important.
even when their people beat them senselessly for no reason.
It's
just
not
'cause
my
you can't
fault.
read
I was
Hebrew.
beaten in a synagogue. I
Fucking
can't
10 years old.
change it. That's what happened. I'm sorry.
But you know what's great?
What?
That happened, and you still carry no hate in your heart.
Well,
Look at that.
I have a lot of hate in my heart.
Well,
I just
I mean,
don't
not that we
direct
know
it
of.
towards
That was
any-
not
I don't-
hate, but I sensed some irritation.
Irritation is given. I mean, that's
Yeah.
I mean,
it'd be
I
weird
mean,
if
I
you didn't
wouldn't-
have any irritation.
I wouldn't turn my back if someone wanted to apologize for it.
Sure.
Maybe
That
You're
would be a
open to that.
mitzvah.
that'd be a mitzvah.
Yeah.
It'd be a blessing. Yeah, but I'm just saying, you know what? If if our president, if we have to continuously apologize, every time we go to Japan on a state visit, we have to apologize for Hiroshima. At some point, do you have to apologize for beating me up in a synagogue?
You should go to Jerusalem to the Wailing Wall and say, so anybody care to apologize for maybe something?
Yeah.
I can't go to Jerusalem, my friend.
No.
Right.
Well, I can't. My passport doesn't allow me to.
Oh, okay. I thought you were making some bold statement.
No,
there.
I have a visa for Algeria, and if there's certain places you go, you can't go to Jerusalem after.
Oh.
You just get beaten up if you did go.
That's true. Why would you even try to do that?
He's back.
Haven't you learned? They don't want you.
Well, John from California.
Oh, freeze frame.
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
Mr. J. Giles Band, your reputation precedes you. Let me guess, you
my
still
God.
don't know Hebrew.
I'm going to make your blood run cold.
Yeah. I'm really a loving guy. I have no hate in my heart.
Of course you are.
Jeez, this is not
You're a teddy
good.
bear. You're a pussycat. All right, we're going to come back next time with 59, and there'll be more boats and mayhem.
I think
It's gonna be great.
I think
You're
they
gonna
held
love
me
it.
down. I think they hit me 59 times.
They did, right.
Yep.
I shouldn't have said 59. I'm
tradition.
sorry.
And they counted in Hebrew as they hit me.
Right.
Sure.
It was like the Haftorah.
So you didn't know how long you had to go.
No, it was like someone reciting
You didn't
the
know how far they were going to go, and you didn't know how to count in Hebrew.
Yeah, and they kept hitting me while one of their friends recited the Haftorah.
Mm-hmm.
The Hope Torah.
Yeah. That's terrible.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, listen, I apologize to everyone, and so do Mike and Dan, I assume.
Well, what am I apologizing for? Where's my
Look
apology?
at you carrying on forever. The whole
just
thing is
wanna
going to be
end
like
the
an hour
goddamn
long.
thing.
No one would ever listen to this an hour long.
Yeah.
We're going to cut a lot of this out. A lot of bullshit in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, don't be offended when you don't hear your soliloquy about getting punched 59 times.
No, we're going to get that. But
No, you bring that. I think
All right.
you cut the stuff that happened before that and bring the 59 times up because that's pure
maybe.
that's pure gold right there.
Oh, yeah. Please make it more complicated. 'Cause I have a ton of time to do these.
Oh yeah, you better find the time, tall man. You better find the time.
All right.
You're
I'm going to go edit this.
You're the reason.
So good night, everyone.
You're the reason why we're doing this fucking podcast,
Oh, God. Don't remind me.
tall man.
All right. Come back next time, everybody. If you dare. To the Caddyshack Minute. Bang, 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 bang.
Hey, you scratched my ankle.